Now, a lot of people contemplate, should I get the Tesla floor mats, or should I just go and get some aftermarket or third-party floor mats? Well, I ponied up. I got the third-party aftermarket floor mats, and surprisingly, I like them, and they fit fairly well. I went to Wally World. That's where I've been getting them for my truck, and they seem just fine for my truck. Now, I've been hearing reports of some owners not getting any floor mats with their car whatsoever upon delivery. I did. It looks dirtier in the camera than it really is. I got to vacuum it out. Now, I did get. They gave me just the regular cheapy floor mats, nothing special. At least they don't look like anything special, just cloth mats. I like cloth, that's just fine, but here in Wisconsin, or maybe if I lived, down south, Texas or something, where it doesn't rain or snow as often, Arizona, etc. I wanted rubber mats because this is Wisconsin. We got slushy feet, we get slush, we get rain, we get everything imaginable. So, decided to stop at Walmart, see if they had something that looked like it might fit a Tesla. And to my surprise, first for the back seat in the $9.99 bin, they had a large runner. It does stretch and expand a little bit. Now, a couple options with this. Like I said, this was $9.99. Doesn't cover. Let's see if we can focus a little better. It doesn't cover, the entire space, but for $9.99, keep your feet on the mat, and you're fine. And it is rubber, it's waterproof, and it is raised, so any water or slush that goes in the mat will stay on the mat for the most part. So I was very happy with that for $9.99. And it's pretty much the perfect size of the car. Now, we're on to the front. Let's start with the passenger side. Now, for $20, they had rubber ones starting at $9.99 for two, but I did not care for those. It was very thin material. They weren't raised very much, so if they did get slushy or wet, there'd be a good chance of it running off onto the carpet, and that is bad. That is very, very bad, because what happens is if it does get on the carpet, or even past the regular cloth mat into the floor, the rubber mat on top of it keeps it from drying. Then you start getting mold, mildewy smell, nasty, and a normal car would start to rust, being that this is an aluminum car for the most part, or most of the bodywork is aluminum. You don't have to worry about that, but you're still going to get mold, and mildew, and stink, and stank, and everything else. So, for $20, I got these very nice. Oh, why is my air conditioning on? Huh. The passenger side fit pretty darn good. Went right up under there. Let's see if the light helps at all. So I'm very happy with the fit. As long as we're under here. That is the emergency manual release for the hood, or your frunk. Oh, and look at that. Got a panel misfit there. Huh. Wonder what that bugger is. But you know what? I think I'll touch on that one later. That's just another thing. Actually, I think that's the worst panel gap I've seen on this car so far. These were not too bad. I still give them a little credit and leeway, being such a more of an upstart company and a new model. I have a VIN number below 10,000, even though mine was produced after the 10,000th one rolled off the assembly line. But anyways, back to floor mats. This video is all about floor mats. So The passenger side fit almost perfect. I followed the curve up there. The only spot it did not fit perfectly was right here, but what, you're really not going to want people putting their feet right against this nice leather trim work here. You know, usually your feet are going to be right down here. Perfect. Nice thing about these mats as well is they're cuttable. You can trim them to a certain extent to fit. I did not have to do that with the passenger side. It's a little, oh, I was going to say it pops up a little bit right here, but that's because this big carpeted piece and padding of the actual car sticks out a little bit. Not fault of the floor mat. I'm rarely going to have an adult passenger in the driver's seat though, since my older boy is disabled and he loves the front seat, so it doesn't matter where I put him, he always wants to climb into the front. And of course the phone always has to ring during my videos, and I'm not reshooting this one so they can call back. Now on the driver's side, and you can see I did make a little bit of use of it. Like I say before, I still got to vacuum out a little bit better. I just had my regular vacuum for home, which does not have removable. It's battery operated and works great. But here we go under here. Now this one I did have to cut. This part here was fine up to here, but where it went from here all the way up to there, I had to snip that off. The fit otherwise there now is perfect, and then I had to cut. We got the two strips here that you can cut off. I did have to cut both strips off that side to get it far enough that direction. I'm not too happy about the open spot here. I'm afraid, you know, when I get in and out in the winter time, I am going to have some slush buildup. But I work at a body shop, and I have no problems pulling my carpeted mats out and drying them out and cleaning them off a little every once in a while as needed. But as long as I'm careful, I should be fine. So all in all, 30 bucks. I am extraordinarily happy with my Walmart car mats. The only one I still need to do, I only had about 15 minutes to shop at Walmart yesterday, and of course, out of that 15 minutes, probably 12 of them were taken up by people asking me where the car was made, who makes it. Apparently, Tesla isn't a car company, because when you tell them it's made by Tesla, oh, is that made by Cadillac? No, it's made by Tesla. Well, you mean Maserati doesn't make it? No, it's made by Tesla. It's not a Toyota? No, it's made by Tesla. So that's probably 12 minutes of my Walmart shopping experience. So yeah, very happy. I'm still gonna have to get a frunk mat. Yeah, I do need a frunk mat. Yeah, and yes, I do have bird shit on my car. Got to work out here for all 5 minutes and plop plop. I got a lot of 6-gauge wiring. Oh, there's my sandals. Got a whole bunch of wiring. Finally going to install my 220 outlet at home today. So I'm going to have to find a nice front mat for here. I'm thinking I might just go with one of the cheapy $9.99 standard floor mats, put it down and up here, and then do another little cheapy one in the back, because it's a pack of two for $9.99. Since it's not going to be, you know, really used that often, it's just to keep the rest of things clean under there. And then I'm going to need the trunk mat as well. Just maybe I'm thinking I'll take another one of those long runners and put it across. Since my kids are small and they're probably not going to be sitting back here quite yet. I'm still trying to get them used to it. They love playing back here, but they won't sit back here for a car ride. I'm going to have to, I think I'm just going to put a strip across like what I have in the back seat, and then I might even just drape it over the sides and down. No big deal. Not bad for $9.99 again. So far I did the back seats, floor, and driver and passenger. Cost me about $33 after tax. Quite a bit cheaper than the Tesla ones, and I'd say the fit is really darn good. Now on the other hand, if you can afford the Tesla mats, by all means get them. They will fit perfectly instead of good enough For me, it was just a slight stretch to get the car to begin with. I think I mentioned in a previous video, the casino made my down payment for me, and they continue to make my car payments due to my awesome strategy of winning. See my other videos for that. And the one thing I still need to do, which I really, really don't want to, I need seat covers. But only problem is I don't want to ruin the look of the seats, so I might get Tesla ones. I gotta see if they even Tesla even has seat covers yet. And my other fear is how will the heated seats work? Which brings up a whole other point. Is some people said their 60 kilowatt non-tech versions, or any of the non-tech versions, didn't have heated seats. I have a 60 kilowatt non-tech, pretty much just a base car with rear jump seats and supercharger. That's all I got, nothing special. And so far, my seats do heat up, and they get really, really hot. Oh, you can see my reflection. Peace, everybody. Yeah, I need a haircut, I know. So that's it for this video. For some of you Knight Rider fans, I have a good one coming up, probably in another 2 or 3 videos. I did make the car talk, and it is voice responsive, and it can respond back to questions. And it only costs 99 cents. So, that's coming up later. I'm going to go see right now if they have Tesla seat covers. And if not, I'm going to see what other companies make something that's actually looks decent, not like a Chinese knockoff. You know, I really hate that neoprene fabric, as it just does not last. I have them in my Nissan Cube, and those lasted all of, I think, 2 weeks before they started wearing through and tearing. I've had that fake vinyl leather, the stuff that's supposed to be super thick. That didn't last very long either, and I got chunks of that coming off. I actually got 3 layers of car covers on my seats in my Cube. But then again, that has been the children hauler. And I don't really care. There's also no heated seats in that car either. But this one will not allow kids to have food in this car. I'm surprised I'm even letting myself have a Mr. Brown's coffee with me every morning, and the occasional McDonald's sweet tea. Love sweet tea. Well, I'm rambling again, so I'm trying to decide what the next video is going to be, give you guys a heads up. Next video, I will probably cover that panel gap. That'll be a short video. I know I always say that, and I keep talking like I am now. I get lonely, sorry, my fault. And then just show some of the neat little ways that they drain water away from the windows. Because we had a torrential downpour last night, so I was just a little curious how the seams did, and so far pretty good. I did notice some moisture inside my tail lights, which seems to be a going problem. Nothing that is that big of a deal. Adios.